Hello, everyone. I'm Danielle Ronan with Keller Williams Realty, and I am the sponsor of parkbench.com/Monroe-CT. Standing with me is Lauren Tropp. She is the owner of Tropp Educational Consulting. Welcome, Lauren.
Hi, thanks so much for having me.
It is completely my pleasure. Educational consulting can mean so many different things. So tell us a little bit more about the services that you provide.
The services I provide all relate to college advising. So sometimes I just say it's a fancy word for college advisor. I provide an array of services starting as early as 8th grade, including planning high school curriculum, including planning activities for the school year outside of school, as well as summer activities, so that a student's ready for their college goals, whether those are for selective admissions, whether those are students with learning differences who need to be sure they take a college preparatory curriculum so they can gain admission to a college that will later serve them well. But I basically provide the whole array of services for what should we be doing to be ready later on.
Okay, great. And how did you come upon college advising as your career path?
I've always been extremely interested in higher education, and I really saw a void and felt that I had the skills and the passion to fill that need. I know that college counselors at the schools and guidance counselors offer a great service to kids, but they don't have the time to give the kids one-on-one attention for as many hours as people often feel they need to give them the guidance to get through the entire process. I also feel that parents had come to me for many years asking my advice before I even decided to open the business, sort of saying, you know a lot about this, can you help us? We don't get enough direction from the different programs that are put on. You know, it's like 30 minutes to an hour of here's what you need to do, and it only covers the basics, and the basics don't apply to everyone.
Okay. So what has surprised you most about owning this particular business?
The thing that actually has surprised me most is how it has enabled me to become a really integral part of not only the community I live in, but the surrounding communities. I've met tons of people, both families and students from, the local high school and high schools in other states, actually. But in terms of the larger community here, I've loved meeting other small business owners and getting to know people and really feeling like this is a place that's mine and where I can offer something of value to everyone around me.
All right. So what is something that most people don't know about the college advising process? More specifically, like how do you break it down, and what is it that you do with the parents and the students?
It really depends on when they come to me. So if people come to me in 8th grade, the first thing we do is sit and talk about what the students' academics look like. That happens at any stage of the game, but in 8th grade, there's a lot more flexibility for the paths you can choose. The later they come to me, sort of the slimmer those options are. But we basically try to look forward, whatever stage they reach me at, and try to figure out where they want to get and what the best path to that goal is, what things they've been doing to meet that goal, and where they kind of need to pivot or take on some extra activities, more challenging classes, or kind of put a Band-Aid on something that needs to be fixed.
Okay, so when you say where they want to go, you mean what colleges they're looking at, whether it's by size, by rank, you're talking about stuff like that, correct?
It could be a particular level of selectivity of college, but it could also mean a profession and a major they're looking at. So kids who are looking at certain majors like engineering or nursing have to have very specific skill sets they're demonstrating in high school, whereas other majors, they just want to see your performance overall. So we have to kind of make sure that they're on target and stay on task for the things that the colleges are most using as their assessment of whether the student will be accepted to that program.
And do you help with the application process at all for college?
Absolutely. So one of the things I do is explain strategies for applying. I explain timing for applying. I explain that sometimes the definitions you're getting or the things you think you know aren't really what they seem to mean, and that's one of the hardest parts for people because colleges may use the same terms, but they may not have the same definition for those terms. So sort of clarifying what they need to be on the lookout for, even if they want to walk themselves through parts of the process, is an important thing that I can guide people toward.
So if you had one huge piece of advice for parents or students, particularly students like in their sophomore or junior year, when it comes to starting to really think about college and applying, what would be the greatest piece of advice that you could give them?
The greatest piece of advice I would give them is challenge yourself, but also don't overstress about things you can't control. So you do your best, and if something's out of your control, you just understand that you've done all you could, but also that people need to really understand there are college options for every student.
Okay, wonderful. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. If you have a student who is college bound and you'd love some help in the process, whether it's through the application or the college selection process, please keep Lauren in mind. If you want to share your phone number and email with the audience so that they can reach you.
Certainly. My phone number is 203-209-0208, and my email is troppconsulting@gmail.com.
Okay, Lauren, thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on parkbench.com/Monroe-CT.